What's up, guys? Thank you for clicking on the video. So in this one, obviously, since Josh got stuck out in the desert in the last video, he decided he definitely had to get a winch. So we've debated basically front bumpers or this winch plate that he found from rough country, but it said it didn't fit basically Tahoe and Suburban. So he ended up taking a chance, ordering one, and so basically he's going to mount it on his truck here. And so for the people that have Suburbans and Tahoes, apparently this does fit. He mounted it on and he kind of did a walkthrough and kind of a step-by-step process. So we have some winches coming. That's in an upcoming video. So basically some other products and things that I've been thinking about making for GMT800. So if you haven't watched the channel before, that's just what we're going to get into here. You're going to watch Josh install that. But you know, please sub and things like that. Follow along. We do some Corvette stuff, some off-road. I make products for Corvettes, and I'm going to get into some products for GMT800. So stick around, guys. You're watching KnightDriveTV.
I always wanted to build fast cars, so self-taught I started with engine swaps, composites in my apartment to multiple shops, tuning, fabrication, and more. 10 years later, the big time, SEMA, Speed TV, I climbed from nothing, but I lost it all. This is my new ride, KnightDriveTV.
Night drivers and drivettes. Here she is. This is the winch plate I'm talking about, and boy is she beefy. This thing here is supposed to mount up underneath. Gives you a nice, clean, sleek appearance, and it hides the winch. That's right, underneath there. Okay, this should be pretty simple. Rough Country provides you with the hardware here. These are nice. These are going to fit into a hole I'm going to show you later. That's going to lock that nut into place. The only tools that we need, the 15-30 seconds drill bit, 5/8 socket, or 16, I don't know. I just have an 18-inch deep well. So right underneath the front bumper, you're going to find the bolts for the tow hook. Tow hook, bolts. Oh man, I got excited. Got those two out. We're gonna see if we can put the plate up in there and maybe secure it loosely, kind of eyeball it and mark, or at least somewhat mark where we're gonna need to cut this bumper out. So we're just going to slide this up in place, making sure not to drop it on my face. Oh, but I can get it pretty lined up. Looks like this is going to sit right in line with that top edge. So I think I'm just going to cut it along that top edge. Okay, so we're going to have to go ahead and cut out this lower bumper valance and make way for the fairlead, I guess, mounting plate. Kind of protrudes out from the hidden winch plate itself. I'm just gonna scoot this up forward, and we're gonna get it in line, hopefully, with that front bumper. All right, well, I hope you can see that. Just a nice little square mock up there. I think I'm gonna have to come up a little bit, you know, maybe to this line. If this is a little bit long, it's not that big a deal. Well, there you have it. Got a hole in the front of my bumper cover. Went ahead and made the hole a little bit bigger. Cleaned up the edges a little bit. Gonna go ahead and try to stick this in there again. Sometimes it's good to know that you're not going crazy. I'll show you. Okay. See if I can get up in. All right, so as I'm trying to slide that in place, I'm hitting these here. It's another one on this side. Got one in. So, got it up in there. Got one bolt securing it. Now the next thing to do is to get this one in up here. And once we get that in place, then we can drill these two. Just about torqued up. You want to know what torque specs are? Tight. Make it tight. Make it real tight. You don't want nothing falling off out there. And you definitely don't want anything coming disconnected when you're hooked up to a winch. So there's some room for adjustment here. I got this pretty much dialed in where I want it. See here. Yeah, there's a little bit of a gap there. If I got to do it again, you know, obviously I would leave a little plastic on the top, but you know, I don't think that's that big a deal. It's a little rubbing still here. You know, I might go ahead and nip that and, you know, cut this little piece out. Get that thing straightened away, get it sitting where you want it to be. Then we got to go ahead and drill those 2 holes on each side, and then this bad boy is going to be ready for the winch. It's going to be easy to drill these out. You can also tell by the distance here on each side. Let's go on over here to the other side. That we're pretty good. First, make sure this fits. Crush washer on. Now, this is where that cool tab is going to help us out tremendously once this gets up in there. Okay, so we got that in there, and you can see that little tab does help out a lot. The other one in there, I'm gonna have to set on the camera. All right, so you can see how those tabs work. Got both of the bolts up in there. The nuts are inside where I would not be able to hold them with a wrench. I would not be able to hold them with my fingers, anything else. And now they're in there. All we got to do is zip them in place. Would help if you don't have it on loosen. Just always make sure that your tool is spinning in the proper direction. Once you get them in line, torque them to the proper specs. I'm pretty sure really tight is probably the spec that I'm looking for.
Okay, so that was the install. I hope it helped. If you got a little step-by-step there from Josh, I mean, he got up under there, tried to give you some good views. So obviously the next video of install probably on these is going to be the winches like I talked about in the beginning. We have a few other little things. I've 3D scanned the fender wells and things, and I do have a product that's real close that I've been working on that I'm probably going to show in an upcoming video. So that's all ahead, guys, and I appreciate you watching the video. Throw me a like if you can, throw a comment below, and I'll catch you on the next one.